It's happening in every neighborhood.
Open the door! Who is it? Huh? This is why you really want to leave me.
No, I didn't.
Down every street. Sickness, addiction, and violence has been turning countless homes into crime scenes. Suffering, depressed, alone, suicidal.
Wake up, Hong Kong. The Spirit of God is with you. Do you have problems? We have the solution. In tonight's program, we'll be watching the true life story of Alona. Stay with us. We'll be back after her story.
Hi, we're here today with Alona Aldave, who's going to be sharing with us about some situations she was facing in the past and how she overcame them. So Alona, thanks for joining us today. Please let us know about the struggles that you were having problems to overcome.
My life was in a mess before I came here at the church. I was bossy and nagger towards my husband and as a mother towards my family. And my husband labeled me as commander at home. Yeah, and I was a angry person. And when I start nag to my husband, I don't respect him. Even I always embarrass him in front of his friends, and I kept on talking. And sometimes, if I called him and he knows that I am the one calling, he will leave the house. He don't want to talk with me. So it takes almost 6 months or sometimes a month, so many months without talking to each other. I am emotional and I am so stubborn, as if no one can correct me, and I don't accept correction. I don't have inner peace.
And I guess that's where all that talking thing came from, because you didn't have that inner peace.
Yeah.
There was a reason for that, right?
Yeah.
But nobody could see it. Only you knew what was going on
Yes,
inside, and that's
exactly.
what's really difficult. And
Yeah.
then keep going.
And our problems start when we relocated from one place to another. And because we are staying in Mindoro, the original place, and we sold our house and lot in Mindoro and transferred to Visayas. And where the house we are staying, it was accidentally burnt. And the owner of the house blaming us, get angry with us, and we transferred to another house. And there, we decided to move again in our original place. And when we reached in our place, we just rented a house for almost 7 years. Yeah, and my husband has had a case. He was accused of robbery, and there he was humiliated, and he developed low self-esteem. So he don't have interest to cultivate our agricultural land.
Okay.
And there, I let my sister-in-law to cultivate the land, and without receiving any profits in return.
So you're just using it for free.
Yeah. And I had also health problems, or I was deliver all my children in normal delivery. So I had polyps, and it can only remove through surgery. I suffered also depression, and depression because I had a lot of debts and 2 bank loans. And sometimes I try to pawn my passport just to pay another bank. And yeah, and then reloan it again, because I am the one supporting I am the only breadwinner in the family. And I feel that my husband, all the responsibilities, I did it. And that's why I don't respect my husband. I am so angry with him. And I don't receive any support from him, even moral support. I only pity to myself. And problem comes, problem go, problem comes again. No ending. So I was so depressed. And because I feel sometimes so tired in my life, and sometimes if I'm cleaning the window, I have a thoughts of I want to jump, and I feel so tired of my life. Yeah, no one knows, even my friend, even my sister, and I don't want to ask any help from them because it only hurts. Sometimes you heard something not good to us, to me, and I keep it to myself. And I have migraine. That migraine, it's almost, when I was working in the Philippines, I have already migraine. And when I suffered it, I just bumped my hair, my head, and I don't want to see the light sometimes like that. And I have suffered so many sickness inside me. Sometimes if I go to market, I feel to collapse because I cannot sleep. And my other sister also has a problem. She has severe wounds, and she is a teacher. And she just put a piece of cloth in her legs in going to school.
It's a wound from...
Yeah, it looks like longanisa. You know that?
The kind of sausage.
Yeah.
It's a Filipino sausage for anyone who
And
doesn't
then,
know.
yes. And then she spent almost 50,000, and she suffered that for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my other sister in Canada diagnosed an ovarian cyst, and her OB-GYN told her that she needed a surgery.
Yeah, because like you mentioned, the ovarian cyst and you had the polyps, those kind of things can also develop into cancerous things. That's why it's required to take away those things, right? Wow. So that's all you're facing? You had all these things, so many things you faced, right?
Yes, I have a lot of so many problems. And my daughter also, who is employed, her salary is always delayed.
Really?
Yeah. It takes sometimes 3 months, 2 months, and she kept borrowing money for her siblings, and just like that.
Everything was just going the wrong way, even though like you try to do the best, but things like everything was going in the wrong way, right? So,
Yeah.
So then when did you start to see these situations? Like, how did you try to find a solution for these problems?
I received flyers from any evangelist, I don't know. But I received it, but I ignore it. I just remember that flyers when...
From the UCKG, right?
Yeah, from the UCKG. I just remember that flyers when in the lowest moment of my life, and when my son died. That's the very worst that happened in my life that I cannot accept. I kept on blaming myself that if only I have money, maybe I save my son. And then I remember that flyers, and I kept searching this church. And one time that there's a katawer with us, and I asked him where is the church, and he told me here UCKG. So she invited me, and I came. Yeah.
And how was it when you started coming to UCKG? Did you learn anything that helped you? Could you explain a bit about your experience from when you first started coming?
When I started coming here, I learned and practical teaching of the man of God, all the guidance. I follow it, and I use my faith in intelligent way, especially in handle the money. And I learn a lot, and how to handle the problems, what I need to do. I put into practice and I keep on coming to church. And I also participated in chain of prayer. I follow and I obey what the man of God teaching us, and then all the practical in biblical way, I obey it. It's not easy because there's so many distractions, but I never give up.
What did you have to work, like for example, like on yourself, I guess, because you said you were a nagging wife before.
Yeah.
What did you have to do to stop being that way?
Just when I was here and I am reading the Bible, I learned how to read the Bible already, because before I don't read it. And I learned how to listen to the voice of God. I learned it and I practice it, and the way I speak to my husband.
So as you read it, it was something different. Like you understood what was being told to you, and then you were able to put that into actual practice. Okay.
I already knows how to appreciate what they contribute in our family. Yeah. And I also, because before my daughter, my children is afraid of me, because I keep on talking. And now they seen that a lot of change in me. I already I can talk nicely to them, and I am not angry, and I am not emotional. So many changes.
They really
in
saw
my
a
life,
difference
yeah.
inside of you. Can you run us through all the changes in your life? Like, so because you said you had health problems, do you still have health problems?
I was held in my depression and migraine, and my polyp was gone, just gone. And my sister are already held, both of them. And my husband case was dismissed, and now his what we call this confident back, and he is now cultivating our land, and
So he's contributing. now.
yeah, and then this is another source of our income. He help us, and when I plan, I already we talk.
Communication.
Yeah, good communication, and then as of now, 4 of my children are already employed, and the one daughter of mine is now receiving the salary on time, and and the greatest Alicia is already faithful in UCKG Help Center in Philippines.
She's attending.
So both of them, my son also, and they are participating in online service.
Nice.
And I'm also constructing our new homes today, as of now. Yeah.
That's so soon, no more rent, right?
Yeah.
Coming soon. So would you say you really found a solution to your problems the day you
Yes.
entered UCKG?
Yeah.
You can see the transformation. Thank you for sharing with us today, and thanks for joining.
I'm not leaving this hospital until I know what's wrong with my daughter.
Do you want out? That's fine with me!
Welcome back. You just witnessed the story of Alona. Now, a woman with so many trials and tribulations. And you may be there watching, and you may go through similar situations, problems that may seem impossible to resolve. You are over your head in debts. You feel like your marriage has hit rock bottom. There's a dead end. You can't find a way out. And how are you feeling within? How are your emotions? Are you panicking? Are you working? Are unable to meet ends and you're living from paycheck to paycheck, taking tablets, antidepressants, you're not able to have a normal night of sleep. Well, I have good news for you. We have the solution to your problem. Not an overnight solution, but let me speak to you from the heart. God is speaking to you today, and He wants to heal your heart. He wants to give you peace of mind, and He wants to help you restore your life. Let us read the scripture here together. The Lord is near the brokenhearted. He saves those crushed in spirit. If you have been crushed, left, right, center, in your career, in your family life, if you have been crushed under depression, panic attacks, if your finances have been crushed, this is an opportunity for you to change the story of your life. God cares about you, and He wants to heal your soul. In Alona's case, all her problems that she was facing, they took a very big toll on her mentally, emotionally. Inside of her, she became an angry person, bossy, losing her temper, and maybe you find yourself in a similar situation. You became a person that you don't really want to be, and you start to react towards the people that you love the most, your kids, your spouse, your parents. You start to have short temper, and the people around you are suffering because of your lack of peace. You can change that starting today, and I would like you to prepare a glass of water. I would like you to prepare this for our moment of prayer so that we can speak into your life peace and the healing in your heart that you need so much. Let's get ready right now for the ministration of the healing. Our God and our Father, I'm speaking right now from the heart to this person that is on the other side of this camera, in their home, connected with a smartphone, on their laptop, listening to the story of Alona. And they identified similar problems. Right now, receive the healing in your heart. Be free from the oppression, the depression, negative emotions. Be delivered from the anxiety, the panic attacks, the anger. Be delivered right now from the financial burden and the struggles that you have in your marriage, with your children, in your finances, in your business. In the name of Jesus, the Spirit of God enters in your home, enters into your marriage. The Spirit of God comes to calm your mind and your soul, and receive right now the healing in your mind, the healing in your soul, and the healing in your heart. Be free from all negative thoughts, suicidal thoughts. Jesus Christ set you free this very moment. And if you believe right now, this glass of water is blessed. We're going to drink from this, and the Lord will give you a clear mind. He will give you freedom. and He will heal your broken heart and your crushed spirit. Drink your water right now and be free. Very well, you are now blessed with a new mind, a new soul, and a new spirit. See what one prayer can do. Here at the Help Center, we are open 7 days a week. We have a team of pastors, counselors that are ready to sit down with you and help you. Just like Alona got help in a moment when her life had hit rock bottom. In the darkest moment in her life, she found light. She had an impossible problem in her marriage, impossible situation in her finances. She had an impossible situation with her family. But the impossible became possible. Only God is an expert in turning the impossible possible. And no matter how big your problem is never bigger than God. So God, He wants to move in your life. He wants to work in your life. And for Him to do that, you need to give Him the key, the door of your heart, in order for Him to work, move, and change what you cannot change. Right now, get in touch with us. Speak to us, give us a sign, and tell us that you need help. Don't send us a prayer request, but make an appointment so that we can give you an action plan and we can help you to get started again. It's not too late for you to turn your life around. Text us via WhatsApp, Facebook today, and we will get in touch with you and book an appointment. Here in Hong Kong, Kowloon, we are open 7 days a week. But if you need the address of any other universal church around the world, we'll let you know the nearest location. This is Problems and Solutions. We're going to be back again tomorrow. Stay positive, and God bless you all.
Until I know what's wrong with my daughter.
You want out. That's fine with me.